Back at it, back in it. Cody Hooper in the house. Both of us out of office. I mean, we're working from the road, but the show goes on. Read between the lines. Dricus Du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev this weekend in Illinois, the home state of both your boys. Neither of us live there now, and neither of us in our current locations currently. I'm in Marshfield, Massachusetts. Where you at, my player?
I'm in a nowheresville right outside of Knoxville, Tennessee.
Damn. I'll tell you what, Marshfield, Massachusetts, not bad. It's kind of a little beach town, Atlantic coast. There's like lighthouses I didn't think I'd ever see. But that's not what's important. We're talking about one of the biggest cards of the year. Did you have a chance to watch the press conference?
I saw bits and pieces. I saw DDP looking like significantly taller than he looked like 12 hours ago.
It was pretty incredible. I'm
Yeah, he
convinced
grew.
either Hamzat was wearing the slip-ins, adding a couple extra inches, or DDP was in heels on the show. I don't know which one it is, but it was quite the visual to see those boys eye to eye. Because the last time we saw him, it looked like Khamzat Chimaev was maybe 6'7".
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. If he is wearing like the heel insert that's stolen valor from your boy, we're five
Do
eight.
you wear those?
No, I'm just a short guy. Like I'm just a
Don't
short
lie.
person.
When you saw the ad, you thought about it though.
Oh shit, I've almost pulled the trigger a bunch of times. Dog. Talk to me after a
Oh,
couple margaritas, brother. I'm
I'll
like,
tell you right
what?
now,
You 6 foot tall?
you definitely got a pair on the way. But Chicago was fucking rocking, brother. It was as lively as I've ever seen a press conference in a long fucking time. And we actually got the numbers back. Said 110K live. It was the most. I don't know if it was the most ever, but it was definitely the most of the year. The other two were Ilya and Charles Oliveira, and I think Islam Hanato Moicano. But I mean, this place was on freaking fire, and the card lives up. Obviously, the main event, we're going to dig into that and go deep because that is freaking incredible. But you also got the introduction of Aaron Pico, our latest Bellator slash PFL. I'm not sure if he actually fought PFL or not, but latest Bellator crossover against undefeated Lerone Murphy, Carlos Prates rocking a stash. How good does Carlos Prates look?
He looks like he can sell you the best cocaine you've ever had in your life.
Guaranteed. I mean, I've been working on my stash. It doesn't hold a freaking candle to what Carlos Prates has. Facing off against Jeff Neal, Jarrett Cannonier MVP back in action, Kai Asakura looking to get back on the right track against Tim Elliott. And then did you watch Dana White's Contender Series? Are you into that?
I am into it. I was trying to get the internet to work good in the Hampton Inn outside of Knoxville, Tennessee, and it was bad to say the least.
Not the wave. I'm gonna fuck his name up. It took me 75 tries yesterday. Basungar Susarkayev is getting the push of all pushes right now. I mean, obviously, he was on Dana White's Contender Series Tuesday. He's now fighting on 319. He's not just fighting on 319, he's the featured prelim, and he was on the press conference. The only prelim fighter to be on the press conference. And also went from no name, never fought in the UFC to the featured prelim on a fucking massive pay-per-view. So he's getting the all-time push from the UFC. I'm excited to see how that plays out. Taking on another newcomer in Eric Nolan, but let's fucking dig right in because there is the top half of this card, the main event in particular. I'll tell you what, I've been going back and forth because the last time that we saw Dricus Du Plessis, I bet against him. I bet on Sean Strickland, and I was wrong. And I told myself after that, I'll never be wrong again. I'm not going to bet against DDP. But then Khamzat Chimaev rolls around, and I think, God, fucking damn it. Could this be the one? Is Dricus Du Plessis finally going to fall? Khamzat Chimaev feels destined for this spot. Dricus Du Plessis, in a lot of people's minds, kind of fell into it. Maybe not fell into it, but he was really never supposed to be champion. If you look at his rise along the way, I mean, doubted every single step. The Robert Whitaker fight, he wasn't supposed to win that.
He's
Israel
probably
Adesanya fight, wasn't supposed to win that. And now now he's got three title defenses. Is that right? Won it off of Strickland, Izzy. So he's got two title defenses, and this will be his
this
third
is his
going
third
against
go
Khamzat
at it.
Chimaev. First of all, it sounds like you like the card. I don't know. How do you feel about this main event? What's your feelings? How do you feel about betting this card? The lines make sense. Is everything in order? the big question of the day, Khamzat Chimaev DDP. Where's your head at?
Oh, dude, my head's in the clouds, and I'm gonna go into this little spiel not having a side that I'm comfortable on. It does feel like Khamzat Chimaev is a way of destiny. It's just when I saw him sitting on top of the cage a couple years ago, before I can't even fucking remember who he's gonna fight, and he's swinging his legs. I've never seen somebody more excited to fight in the UFC than Khamzat Chimaev, who spent 3 years living in the back closet of his gym, sleeping on the mat, just living at a gym. And but then you come to Dricus Du Plessis, who just feels like he could do anything. I mean, am I wrong? It feels like he's unstoppable.
It's crazy, and it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. This almost feels like Hamzat Chimaev's birthright. I think it's just
But
DDP by falling piano, DDP by any means necessary. I'm gonna go ahead and take DDP plus 200 to knock off Khamzat Chimaev and shake up the fucking world.
God, that's crazy. And you know what's even crazier about that? On my list, I circled yesterday. If we had this call yesterday,
Hmm.
I would have picked the same thing, DDP, because the value's there, and I think it's still good value.
It's insane
That's
value.
great value for DDP, who has literally proven us wrong time and time again.
Hmm.
But as the week went on, man, I just maybe it's the edits I've been watching. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I am, and this is not me. I want to make it clear. It's not me doubting Dricus Du Plessis. It's me knowing the capabilities of Hamzat Chimaev. Because I do think Dricus is as live as a dog as it comes. But I gotta as the week went on, I have just fallen into the hubris that is Khamzat Chimaev, the fucking menace that he is. You look down the
The wolf.
freaking barrel of that guy when he's standing across from you. He's a scary motherfucker because he's gonna come right out. I mean, I saw a stat the other day. I think Gilbert Burns was the longest to stay on his feet. It was like 36 seconds. Like first round Chimaev is a demon. The question is, what happens when we get into two, three, four, and five? It seems like the narrative around this is that's when DDP's like you don't see DDP first round KO, do you?
The fuck no, absolutely not. And it's crazy that this is the narrative because just 3, 4 fights ago, DDP was the one with the gas tank issues. DDP couldn't
I
breathe.
know.
DDP needs a nose job. It's fucking crazy.
Yep, a total switch up. And Hamza Chimaev, when early in his career, his gas tank was like touted. It was like, oh, this guy's got an unlimited gas, even though he never had to use it. He was
Yeah.
doing 30-second fights, 2-minute fights.
Hmm.
But people were talking about like this guy is relentless in the gym. He trains like crazy. His gas tank is nuts. And I think that that's a knock on him where Dricus, it feels like if this goes into the later rounds, you know, the tides may start to shift in his favor. I mean,
Hmm.
obviously you got DDP to win. I'm taking Hamzat, and I didn't write down the number. I think it's plus 350. I'm taking him by KO TKO.
Ooh.
KO
Ooh.
TKO. I don't see him like clean knocking Dricus out. It's more of a ground and pound situation,
That
but I'm
is plus
taking plus
350.
350. Hamzat, KO TKO.
Let me
What do
just throw down the gauntlet. Put it all on the wolf.
I'm not fucking around. I'm not fucking around. I'm telling you, if we had this call yesterday, my tune is completely fucking different.
I have chills.
I watched one video that came out like 2 years ago. I didn't even like see it. It just popped up into my mind. It's Hamzat jumping rope. I'm
Hmm.
gonna post it tomorrow. But it's Hamzat jumping rope, and he says something like I'm the champ. My right hand breaks mountains or something like that. It was just as cold of a line as you can have while jumping a fucking rope, jump rope for heart. Um, but I fell all the way in, dude. I literally thought of that last night. And I was like, I can't go against this guy. I just
How,
can't.
how much stock do you put into the fight that some people are saying, by some people, I mean pretty much just me, that this fight didn't get canceled enough times for Hamzat to win?
I put zero stock into that. Now that you bring it up, I put zero stock into that. I think it's a good
People are
thing. I
saying.
think it's a
By
good
people,
thing.
it's just me.
Yeah, it's the first time I've heard it, so that's why I've put literally no stock into that. But I mean,
Oh man.
I hope that regardless of outcome, I hope that we can get Hamzat
Mhm.
on a consistent schedule because that has been the knock on him as well. It's like you can't get this guy in the cage. Like the guy
Mm.
that, again, it feels like the whole narrative around Khamzat has completely shifted since he first came to the UFC. Gas tank is ridiculous. To his turnaround on fights is ridiculous. Now it's like we see Khamzat once a year,
Mhm.
and people are doubting his gas tank.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of a bigger switch up than the person who couldn't fucking breathe and gassed to like literally the fucking wolf, Khamzat Chimaev, who just I smash you. But the later rounds, we're gonna have to see. I can't fucking wait for this fight, and I'm very excited for the
Oh, it's so
co-main.
good. It's so good. Just before we switch to that, how do you see the fight playing out? You got DDP by decision. You got DDP late round, just
I
beat him
have
down.
DD
Like, where's your head at?
not to be just the every meme about DDP, but I have DDP by any means necessary. Falling piano, DDP by sneeze, headbutt knockout, DDP by falling and accidentally knocking Khamzat Chimaev out. Well, however the fuck DDP needs to get this done, I just for whatever reason, all of a sudden I just have all the insurance that's given by myself to myself that DDP can get this done.
I love it. I love it. And I'm actually glad we're on opposite sides because it feels like somebody's got to be on Hamzat. Again, if this call was yesterday, would be a different story. And we'd
I would
just
be
be
on
two
Hamza.
guys.
Yesterday I was all Hamza. I was all
Were
Hamza.
you?
Yesterday. Oh yeah. And then
Fuck, what's happening to
DDP
us?
DDP was on Pardon My Take, my favorite sports
I didn't
podcast
watch
by
that. I didn't
Barstool
watch that, but I
Sports.
should have.
And dude, I was just fired the fuck up. I don't know.
Well, DDP's mindset, I don't know if he got into it on part of my take, but I saw him on Ariel Helwani earlier this week, maybe. His mindset is rock fucking solid, and he really is. It's a guy that when he says he's willing to die, willing to kill in that cage, he is the definition of that.
mm,
Like he's been like Hamzat's a guy that we saw it kind of in the Gilbert Burn fight. He's not a guy that's been pushed a ton.
mm,
We've seen DDP in dog fights. I know what the dog looks like.
mm. It's a scary fucking dog.
And it's a scary fucking dog. It's a scary dog. I mean, he was down in the Israel fight. I mean, he kind of dog walked Robert Whitaker, as did Hamzat, which was both probably one of their most impressive performances.
Hmm.
Um, but I know what the dog looks like. And Hamzat in that Gilbert fight, he did show he had dog. And I think the fight that he gets the most criticism for, which I think actually gives me a little bit more confidence in him, is that Kamaru Usman fight.
Hmm.
Because I rewatched that and it showed to me because the first round he came out hard and heavy like he always does. He took Kamaru down, kind of beat him up.
Hmm.
Second, third round was a slower pace, but he was winning the exchanges on the feet. And then he also had like timely takedowns
Hmm.
where he's just picking up rounds. It just showed me that he could pick up rounds when he needed to. And I thought it was like, I feel like after watching that, the story was Kamaru Usman off the couch, 14 days notice. I think that kind of blocked my mind a little bit to how well Hamzat actually performed. But
Hmm.
rewatching it with a fresh eye, I actually thought it was a really impressive performance because it's still Kamaru Usman. Weight class up 14 days. It's still Kamaru Usman. We just saw what
Still,
Kamaru Usman did to Joaquin Buckley. So
yeah,
he ain't no fucking chump.
that's very true.
Featured bout, co-main event, Lerone Murphy undefeated, taking on Aaron Pico again. UFC debut, a Bellator staple. Only 28 years old. That's kind of the big difference between Aaron Pico and a lot of these other guys that have came over. I looked at it. Patchy Mix 31, Michael Venom Page came in at like 36, Michael Chandler 35,
Mhm.
Kayla Harrison's 33. This is like a true blue prospect. 28 years old, win or lose here. I think he's got a long career ahead of him. How much did you know and how much did you learn about Aaron Pico this week and where do you see this fight playing?
I would say I know more than almost anybody about Aaron Pico. And that is because in the national wrestling scene in high school, we would wrestle at the same tournaments.
Oh, no
Like,
shit.
yeah, like Fargo, North Dakota, when states would come together, him and I would wrestle at the same tournaments. Thank God, not in the fucking same weight class.
Uh,
But he's our age, and I've been watching this kid fucking dust people in wrestling since I was a child. I watched him when he went to the international scene, almost made the Olympic team when he was 18. I watched his first few fights. I know a ton about Aaron Pico. He's as like legit as a prospect as it comes. I think there should be more hype around Aaron Pico as a prospect than somebody like Bo Nickel.
I do
Uh,
too. I don't know about Bo Nickel, but I just in general, I think there should be more hype around him.
Aaron Pico is also a very, very accomplished boxer, a kickboxer, sorry. He's won before he turned pro fighter, he won multiple kickboxing tournaments. His wrestling is probably second to none. He's already a more accomplished wrestler than Bo Nickel ever was in the national scene.
Just throwing so much shade at Bo
I
Nickel.
love Bo
I mean,
Nickel,
this
but
guy's catching strays left and right
these are
now.
these are just facts on the international scene. Aaron Pico's a more accomplished wrestler and did it at a
Yeah.
younger age. He's a kickboxer, very accomplished. Bo Nickel as fucking legit as it comes, but or sorry, Aaron Pico is. Aaron Pico has a huge flaw in his game. A significant flaw that I think that I think Murphy takes advantage of, and is Aaron Pico has a fucking paper chin. If Aaron
Does
Pico
he?
gets caught, he goes to sleep. All of his losses, he's been winning the fight. He gets caught, he goes to sleep. It's done. So, somebody like Murphy with live hands who can wrestle and is a very,
Absolutely.
very distinguished fighter like himself, I give the edge to Murphy in this fight. The dog, you get great value.
It's
Um,
crazy. I can't believe he's a dog. Honestly, I got same pick, Lerone Murphy. If
mhm.
you're giving me plus money on a guy that's 16 and 0 in the UFC, not that I don't believe Aaron Pico's got a long career ahead of him and he's going to be
Mhm.
fun, but the disrespect on Lerone Murphy's name right now is pretty fucking crazy.
Fucking insane. I and also the crossover has not been good in their first fights. People coming from Bellator get a big name, never perform unless their name's Michael Chandler. It just doesn't ever fucking work. The UFC is a different level than every fighting organization.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, Pico was originally supposed to get Mosar. I think this is a better matchup for him just because, you know, he's not fucking Mosar Evloev.
Exactly. Yeah.
But Lerone Murphy's 16 and 0. He's faced some tough guys. We're not talking about bums like Josh Emmett, Danny Ige, Edson Barboza, last three. Those are two vets. I guess three vets. Josh Emmett, I guess he kind of Danny Ige and Edson Barboza are kind of two lifelongers. Josh
Mhm.
Emmett still feels like he's
Josh
in the
Emmett's
realm of
scary as
the top of
fuck,
the
though.
division. Um, but he's facing tough guys. And I'll be honest, Aaron Pico press conference, he got booed and he
Yeah.
looked shook. He looked
Yeah.
fucking shook.
This is crazy. I've never seen anything like it, so it's an honor to be here with all these crazy UFC fans. But I think what the fans should expect is a knockout from me. Go back and look at all my fights. I don't try to play it safe. I want to go get a knockout, and that's what I expect to do Saturday night.
That is common. When he used to go to international events and they do press conferences, especially in Iran, when he would wrestle top guys from Iran, he would get booed, they'd give him shit, and he would get shook. I mean, he was 17, 18, 19 years old when this was happening, but that was a common theme then. And if you're easy to get shook, it's not like you grow out of it and all of a sudden you're unshakable. Like, that doesn't happen.
It's so crazy. I know he's 28. I'm fucking 29. I don't even assume we're the same age, you know?
Yeah, he actually was in our grade because he's like a smart kid too. So like he got put up a grade.
I do think, I mean, just watching highlights from him and looking back at some fights, I mean, he's a talented fighter and he can be brutal on the feet as well as the ground. Like he's got solid boxing. He digs to the body real well, heavy
Hmm.
hands, but he is kind of that brawler
Hmm.
style from what I watch. Almost like, you know how Michael Chandler came to the UFC. That's how I kind of see
Hmm.
Aaron Pico is I think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be a banger for as long as it lasts, but the value's too fucking good on Lerone Murphy not to take it. I mean, we're talking about a undefeated prospect in the UFC and Pico coming in off of, I mean, this is going to be a different level, plain and simple.
The translation is just not there. It's like dollars to pesos. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just not getting that value.
But that being said, Lerone Murphy, if he gets over Lerone Murphy, he's putting himself right into, I think for Lerone, this is like a title eliminator, probably the same for Pico.
Hmm.
Feels like, I don't know what's happening with Volkanovski. It feels like they're going to go Yair since Diego. I mean, featherweight division in general, actually, now that I think about it, there's kind of three routes they can go. Mosar obviously is still sitting there. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I guess he's hurt because he was supposed to be here. Lerone Murphy's right on that edge. And then we also got that Diego Lopez Jean Silva fight. I feel like if
Hmm.
Jean Silva wins that, it's hard not to go him because the reason Mosar's getting looked overlooked is because his fighting style. Sean
Hmm.
Silva, fighting nerds, strap a backpack or strap a rocket to that guy. He's ready to fucking go.
Hmm.
Speaking of the fighting nerds, the next guy up, Carlos Prates, Jeff Neal. This was a fight that was supposed to happen early in the year. I can't remember exactly when. Carlos Prates got switched over to Ian Gary. He did lose that fight, his first loss in the UFC after a fucking barrage of knockouts. He's going up against Jeff Neal here. Jeff Neal's got a hard head, I'll say that. Hands of steel, Jeff Neal. He's a hard guy to put out. But if there's anybody that can do it, Carlos Prates does have those heavy hands. Is this a step back in the right direction for Carlos Prates, or you think Jeff Neal gets her done?
First, how many fucking people have called out Jeff Neal this year? I feel like everybody and their mother is just begging to fight Jeff Neal, and I was wondering if he was ever going to fight again. I was like, everybody's calling out Jeff Neal. Everybody just wants to fight Jeff Neal. Which was wild. As far as the style goes, I feel like this is a difficult matchup for Jeff Neal, just because Carlos Prates is a well-rounded fighter, and he's just such a clean striker. He
Yeah.
just puts two, three, four, five punches together, where Jeff Neal wants to go at you, he wants to brawl, and Prates can do that, and he can grapple a little bit, but he's just so fucking crispy when he gets those hands going.
Yeah. I got, I'm actually not picking a side here because I didn't really find, I think it's going to be Carlos Prates, but I'm actually going to ride the over.
Oh,
I'm going to ride the over at 2.5, only because Jeff Neal's got a hard head.
Jeff Neal does.
He's been KO'd one time in a 24 fight career. Again, I think Carlos Prates, if there's anybody can do it, I mean, it's as hard as anybody, but he's also gone up against guys like Shavkat and, other heavy-handed motherfuckers and hasn't been, Shavkat choked him out, but hasn't been put to sleep. So Kevin Holland actually the last guy to knock him out, and that was an XKO Extreme Knockout 34 back in 2017, believe it or not.
Shout out Extreme Knockout 34.
That being said, similar body type. Maybe it's that long, lengthy guy that can connect to that chin. So could be wrong on that. Where's your money on here?
In my parlay, I have Carlos Prates straight up. I like the under minus 125. I think Carlos Prates gets it
Aha. Gets it done
done.
and gets it
Two and a
done
half is
fast,
just like
eh?
a whole fight. So like if it,
Yeah. I
yeah, that's
I
why.
think it's gonna go to decision. That's why I picked over.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But it's plus 120. Where's the under sitting at?
2.5 rounds or minus
No,
120.
what's the yeah. Jared Cannonier, Michael Venom Page. I'll tell you what, I fucking have a love-hate relationship with Michael Venom Page because he's flashy in the sense that he's flashy, but a lot of times his fights fucking suck.
Yeah.
The Ian Gary fight sucked. Even the Shara Bullet fight, which on paper sounds like a banger, sucked. The Kevin Holland fight, which his debut, wasn't that great. I think he's got maybe one more in there that I can't remember right now, but
I mean, that says it all.
I have no, those are the three he's had. I just weird because he's staying up at 185. He's been fighting 170. He fought Shara at 185, but Shara was, I think he might have been ranked 15 at the time, but really unproven. Jared Cannonier's been a staple at 185. And actually, this is like an underrated old man fight. Jared Cannonier's 41. Michael Venom Page is 38. Believe it or not, these guys are old as dirt. I think Jared Cannonier plus 164. Another moment in the press conference, MVP said something about him knocking him out, and Jared Cannonier just gave him this look like, who the fuck are you talking to?
Some flashy shit, some crazy shit, and someone to just fall over and go to sleep. That guy, Kevin Hart over there. Let's go.
All my money immediately went on JC.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this fight's gonna be fucking ass. This is my least favorite fight on the whole card. I need,
It's the MVP style, dude. That
yeah,
flashy fucking TKO knees, that was gone 10 years ago. He does this fucking super long jump in and out style that never connects, and it's fucking annoying.
it is fucking annoying. However, I think it's gonna be difficult for Jared Cannonier to score points in this fight. Michael Venom Page is hard to get a hold
Yeah.
of. I wouldn't call Jared Cannonier the cleanest striker in the world. Definitely can hit hard. He definitely throws his hands when actually he started throwing his hands again. I just don't really see how Jared Cannonier scores points in this fight.
Gets
Like,
in on him.
not gonna take him down. He's not Jared Cannonier's not the fastest guy in the world. I just don't really see how Jared gets it done. I hate to pick MVP, but I think that's my pick. I fucking hate it so much. I just don't really see how Jared Cannonier wins this fight. It just doesn't
It
make sense.
was the hardest one for me to pick.
I hate it so
I
much.
looked at it for 10 minutes and then I just finally went, there's value on Jared Cannonier. I'm gonna take it. It
Yeah.
was so hard to pick though. I literally stared at it for so fucking long.
Obviously I like the over. That's minus 260. That's in my
But there's no
parlay.
value on it.
Yeah, it's just like you need picks in a parlay that are gonna hit, and that's gonna fucking hit.
Yeah, I do see decision as well.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what MVP by decision is. I don't know. I don't have that line in front of me, but I guess MVP by decision, that's my pick. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate this fight. I fucking don't like MVP. Fuck that guy.
I want to like I love because he is flashy. He has style. It just doesn't translate,
MVP
which
by decision plus was plus 100. Yeah, I mean he's very
I was looking for that.
flashy, but like he doesn't punch people.
He'll dance his way into the octagon, but then in the fight fucking blows,
Yeah, he'll get
which
the
is the
W
hard
while
part
he's
about it.
fighting, but he won't punch anyone, which is weird because like you're fighting, you're usually supposed to punch people. So like that
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to me.
Another guy trying to get back on the right track, Kai Asakura. This is a man that walked into the UFC and immediately got a title shot against Alexander Pantoja, a fucking tall task for just about anybody. And Kaya Sakura was no different, got subbed in the second round. He's facing off with Tim Elliott, who, speaking of old men, he's right up there with him. I was looking at Tim Elliott's career. This guy has he's, he's been around. I mean,
Yeah.
this is a guy that fought Demetrius Johnson for a title
Yeah.
in 2016. He's also got Davison Figueiredo, Brandon Royval. Like he's fought the who's who of the flyweight division, and he's the definition of an awkward vet. I mean, Tim Elliott's a psycho out there. He's got a good ground game and some weird offbeat striking. I think um, it's going to be an interesting test to really see where Kaya Sakura is at. I mean, we didn't get the answer with Alexander Pantoja. That's just that dude's a fucking savage, and I can't even really blame Kai Asakura for that. So this is really like the litmus test. If he can't get over Tim Elliott, then he's got no shot in the UFC. I'm going to take Kai by decision just because Tim is notoriously hard to put out. Another guy like Jeff Neal, he's got 33 fights. He's only been KO'd once, but I
Okay.
like Kai Asakura.
I love Kai Asakura in the fight. I did not know that about Tim Elliott. So let me kind of get this on the fly. So I mean, Tim Elliott it does have really.
Ooh, this guy was taking KO.
My original pick was going to be the under of 2.5 rounds. I did not know that about Tim Elliott. Just because Tim Elliott's a fucking snoozer these days. He's 9,862 years old. I can't tell you the last time I watched a Tim Elliott fight. Kaya Sakura, it's like I think this is another classic, Cody Hooper classic. Loser leaves town. Whoever
Yeah.
loses, fucking get the fuck out of the UFC. I don't want to watch you fight. I don't want to hear about your shit. I don't care what product you have to promote. Fucking get the fuck out of here. Go somewhere else. Fight your fucking brother or whatever. I don't care. Loser leaves town. I'm still taking the under. I think Kai gets it done potentially by submission. I don't fucking know. The flying knees are scary and
He
not
does have
everybody.
some nice. He does have some nice knees.
Pantoja ate a couple of those and like
I
didn't
know.
react though, which
Nasty.
I was like, what's going on? Like I would
That
be
dude's got a
dead.
fucking disgusting chin.
He does. He does. Oh, give me the under 2.5 plus 100.
Cool. Other fights on the card that you like? Obviously, we talked about Bisanger Susakayev. I think I the line just came out earlier today. He's like a minus 800 against this guy, another guy that's brand new to the UFC. Took it on 4 days notice, both these guys. So I don't think there's any value there. What else on the card do you like? Obviously, your
I
brother's
like
fighting. Chase Hooper's on the card. Come on.
yeah, that is my third cousin twice removed. Yeah. I like Chase Hooper in that fight, obviously. His striking's gotten significantly better, and obviously his grappling's up to par. Michael Olin something or
On
another.
J check,
I've
yeah.
never been able to say it. Sure. I hope he beats the absolute fuck out of Gerald Marshall. I don't ever want to watch Gerald fight again. So I have that take for sure.
I did not pick for that card, but I do like Chase Hooper by submission plus 150. Just because if it's Chase Hooper fight, I think there's a good chance it's going to be a sub if he gets a win. I don't think Alexander Hernandez has not been relevant for quite some time. Chase Hooper's on, I think, a 4 or 5 fight win streak right now. He's really putting it together at 155, and he's looked better in his last handful of fights. I mean, he's been fighting old guys, Jim Miller, Clay Guida,
All those
uh,
fucking guys.
yeah, old guys. But he also had like a really high level grappling match with guys like Jared Levitt and came out on top there. So Chase Hooper's a savage. How high he can go, I don't know. He's going to have to really put some more weight on and get some better hands. But his grappling's next level.
Hmm.
Other one I liked was Brian Battle Nursultan Ruzabeov.
I was going there. I was going there.
Cool.
Give me I don't know how to say his name. You just did it. So give me Nur whatever.
Nursultan
142.
Ruzabeov or whatever it is.
Sure.
Plus
Um
142.
yeah, plus 142. Give me that. Another quick one. I really want to see Edison Barboza win. I just don't see him getting it done. He's 9,862 years old. And give me Jessica Andrade as well.
I actually like Loopy in that one. I don't have the line, but I
Really?
like Loopy in that one. Yeah, I feel like Jessica Andrade is a little past the prime. Loopy's been relatively active. I think it's more of a volume thing. If you can out volume Jessica Andrade and just avoid the big shit, I think you usually get away with it. We saw Natalia Silva do it. We saw, I don't know, other people do it.
Hey, I don't have anything against Loopy. I don't have that in my parlay. I like the name
Tell me about
Loopy.
this big time parlay too, by the way.
Oh, I will. So it is plus 3,970.
Okay.
It is a six pick parlay.
Hot
Pick
damn.
pick one. I'll send you a screenshot. Pick one is DDP plus 200, Murphy plus 145, Carlos Prates money line minus 245. The over in MVP Jared Cannonier fight minus 260. Tim Elliott Kai fight under plus 100. Michael Owen Jacek minus 238. $10 pays out 407.
That ain't bad at all.
I like
That
it.
ain't bad at all.
I like it.
You really cooked that thing up, huh?
I like it. I dude. I like it.
Six, what you say, 6 pick parlay?
Yeah, six pick parlay.
We'll
Let's
add
do
that
this.
in. That's the first time you got a I don't have a parlay to give you, or else I would give you something hot here. But
Oh,
I
I
didn't.
mean, I didn't prepare anyone for this. I just was like, oh, I like this,
I
and
got a
maybe
nice
I like
parlay.
this. I
Bang.
I like it. Parlays are sometimes donations, but it's $10.
We got 5 minutes left, which means can only mean one thing. We got to talk about this Charles Oliveira Rafael Fiziev fight that just popped up out of nowhere. What the fuck is going on? Obviously, I believe if I know you, you're riding Charles Oliveira here. But are you shocked that he's coming back in October?
I am. I am shocked that he's fighting again so soon. I know he makes the weight cut seem impossible. He does it so it's possible. I do like Charles. I just want to see some changes out of the way he approaches it. I don't need to see him bring 9,000 people to fight the fight. I
Well,
don't
he's in
need.
Brazil, so get ready for 9,000
Oh
people.
my God, it's in
Yeah,
Brazil.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
then
in
fuck
Brazil.
everything I'm saying. Give me Charles by a billion in
Well, I got Charles
Brazil.
too. I made some pretty bold claims that it's going to be a retirement fight for Charles Oliveira. And I think as time's gone on and I've kind of heard him speak, I feel less confident in that. But I don't. I think he beats Rafael Fiziev in Brazil. I think he's a better fighter than Rafael Fiziev, regardless. I mean, Rafael just had a very close fight with Ignacio Bahamondes, who was dude's a problem, fucking 6 foot tall or 6'5" tall, and all that shit. but not nearly the level of Charles Oliveira.
No.
I'm worried about the chin coming back this early. I was just looking at it. I mean, aside from the fact that he's coming back in 3 months or whatever it is, 3.5 months, can only assume that he was on some sort of clock for the knockout where he's a no contact period. Typically it's between 30 and 90 days. I feel like he ain't getting 30 because he was asleep. It wasn't just like he got TKO'd.
Mm.
He was snoring. But also like I don't see the path forward for Charles. I don't know why you beat Rafael Fiziev. What do you get? You're not next in line.
Mm-mm. No.
We saw Justin Gaethje just beat Rafael Fiziev. You know where he's at? He's the odd man looking out, and he's two behind. Patty and Armin are both ahead of him right now.
Yeah, I will say one thing. Everybody that's fought Ilya Taporia, their chin has looked better in the next fight. And that's just a fact. That's just true. So their chin has
God,
looked
after
better
3.5 months.
after they fought Ilya Taporia. I'm just stating things that are
You
true.
think
I'm just
you think
stating things
Ilya
that are
is
true.
putting chins back together? Is that what you're
I
saying?
do. I think he hits it so it's like when like when something's broken and you just hit it and then it works. I think that's what he's doing to people's chins. I
Yeah.
think
He's the top of the TV. You
yeah,
smack him a
I
couple
don't know
times,
if
all of a
that's a
sudden
good
the
motion
channels
for
are
you,
coming
my
through.
guy. I don't
My
know if
fault. My
that's
fault.
I don't know if we want that out there. I think he just it's like I don't know, like he punches it and it works. I think that's got to be it. Everyone's chin's fixed. They fight Ilya Taporia, their chin's in fucking shambles. Then they fight somebody next, and it's good. Look at Alexander Volkanovski. He took a bazillion punches from Diego Lopez.
Yeah, he did also get dropped.
He
Just
did.
saying.
Look at Max Holloway. He also got dropped, but he also took a billion punches.
Yeah, he did also get dropped. Elliott cracked it. He cracked Volks too.
Mm-hmm.
He cracked it. These
He
guys weren't
just
getting dropped in previous fights.
well, they're getting dropped in a good way now. It's a positive
Where
drop.
they still win.
Yeah,
They get dropped, but they still
exactly.
win. All right, I'll take it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm scared for both Charles and Justin Gaethje for that matter. We got Mauricio Rufy coming up against BSD. That's coming up in Paris in a couple weeks, I believe 2 weeks from now. I think one of those guys is going to, I mean, I think the UFC has basically squeezed out the juice that they think that they're going to get from those guys, and they're going to use them as a stepping stool to get other guys up. Whether it's Paddy Pimblett, which is not nearly as scary as Mauricio Rufy in my mind, just because Paddy might sub ya. Mauricio's going to, I mean, he did beat the brakes off of Michael Chandler, but Paddy might sub ya. Mauricio's going to put your lights out just as well as Ilya did. And I'm scared for those guys because I think that that's what they're looking at. They're not looking at title shots anymore. They're looking at prospects. And a
Mhm.
guy like Mauricio Rufy is a guy that the UFC is going to get behind, and it's going to be a fucking problem. We're out of time here. I know you want to respond, but it's going to shut off, and I don't want it to cut you off. But that was Read Between the Lines. A fucking pleasure, brother, as always. And I'm so jacked for this card.
Me too. Hey, I'll talk to you soon.
Peace, brother.